I think what would be a nice way to end is to think about this is a festival for young filmmakers, and there are people filming us who are part of that new next generation of filmmakers. There are people who've entered their films, and there's so much joy in cinema. What advice would you give to people who are starting out? Or if you look back on your life and think, what do you wish you'd known? And
I think, well, firstly, well done for for participating, for kind of getting films in, for watching films, for in whatever way that you are or that you can, having a go. I think that's the biggest thing that anyone can do ever, and that's the biggest thing that I would say, because I think sort of specific advice or encouragement is kind of can narrow things, but I think if you get stuck in whatever means is available and whatever means you want to, only good can come from that. Because even if it will teach you that that's not what you want to do, that's a positive step in a direction. You sort of like pinball your way up to whatever you find is your way of working or expressing yourself. So I think first, well done on participating and keep doing. And I think to myself is there have been so many times where I've kind of been doing something for another reason, and it's taught me something that is then vital to something down the way, which I just did not plan for, in terms of, even if it's like an audition that, you're really kind of hoping for something, and you train a certain aspect of a skill that you need, and you don't get that role, and it's gutting. And 2 years later, there's another project which is about a same portion in history with a person doing an equivalent thing, and you go, I did 6 weeks of getting ready to do that thing, and now it's okay, yeah, no, and I feel like I get it because of this part, and it's like yes, and it's not saying that everything will be on a sort of 2 year. You just never know when
nothing's wasted.
Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted. And I think as well, in the same way that I was slightly reticent to kind of talk about the things which I'm having a first go at, like writing, because there's nothing to legitimize that effort just yet, because I've not got a script that I'm happy to kind of everyone to sort of read, or there isn't a script fully finished, that you kind of sometimes that you kind of get in your own head about cancelling out the effort, where I think you don't wait for others to legitimize what you're doing. If you're doing it and you're doing it in your own time, you're doing it. And that's all. If you kind of measure yourself too much by other people's reception of what your work is, then you'll kind of never get started, because there's only, that you can't, there's so much great work that kind of gets acknowledged at different times, and that acknowledgement being, a mate reading it or people seeing a finished piece, that there were so many steps before that bit of acknowledgement, that if you kind of wait for that, if you kind of go for the final, concentrate on the final piece too soon, you'll never get that kind of thing. You never start. So in a roundabout way, I think just keep doing in whatever it is. If it interests you, if it excites you, do it, and see where it goes, and do it for the doing, and see where it falls.
See where it falls. I think that's a lovely place to end. I want to thank everyone for watching, wherever you are, the imaginary people. I hope someone's watching. I want to thank the lovely people filming us, and to the Barnes Film Festival for inviting us to speak, and the beautiful Olympic Cinema for lending us the very swanky cinema. And most of all, I want to ask you, will you come back next year?
Yes. Yeah,
Can this be an annual tradition?
Absolutely. We'll go on the red seats and I'll wear a blue suit.
Okay, let's go on the red seat. Yes, and we'll do it the other way around.
Yeah, perfect.
And but thank you to everyone for joining us at the Barnes Film Festival, and hope to see you next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.